Okay, let's just quickly open this up. What's up, everybody? ICR speaking, and today we got a pretty interesting video. We're gonna be looking at the DAIMON and LACIA on stage TD Arena videos. We're gonna be analyzing them, trying to discern their pros and cons, test out their strengths, weaknesses, and I'm also gonna give insight on how I think they should be played. And yeah, really excited.
DAIMON, a genetically modified human who survived an underground lab explosion, and after years on the run.
What's up with the quality? What the fuck? Okay, yeah, let's carry on.
She's now turned mercenary. Sporting red skin and bat-like wings, she has earned her rep.
Bro, this is literally just like the Alita dragon skin, but like they just made it into its own hero.
T3's living, breathing demon. Her cynical personality is born from a lack.
Okay, off the bat, we need to speak about her gun and her damage, and also that flight ability. But we're gonna get more. We're gonna get more info as the video progresses. So let's just stick to her gun for now. Obviously, she gets like a scope mode with her rifle. Her rifle seems to actually have a pretty like low fire rating. Let's check that out again.
Living, breathing demon. Her cynical personality is born from a lack of guidance.
Yeah, like the Judex had enough time to like, initially notice that she's getting damage and still jump off and only got killed mid-jump. Like, if that was Gloria or Mark and you're still like at the same amount of precise aiming, they would have been dead before they even hopped off. So yeah, she kind of has, not to say it's bad, it's just not as fast as what I would have expected from a rifle hero, let's just say that. These damage numbers are fucking disgusting, bro. Like, she does like Mark or like Gloria headshot damage for a body shot, and let's just say 2.4 for that headshot damage. That's pretty crazy. That's like, who does Scatty does 2.8, but yeah, pretty much like Scatty damage, or like Iris when she does the debuff. She also gets around these numbers if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, her gun is pretty mean. It's pretty nasty. Pack out a punch.
Lack of guidance. Her dangerous mercenary life fuels her thirst for wealth.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I feel like quick scoping into like a close target is a bit of a risk. Well, not a bit of a risk. You just need to be really like precise with your aiming, because Iris kind of gave her a problem there. Like, her health was kind of low.
That her modifications are linked to T crystals. She's got her sights set on the T.
Yeah, that's my chat. Like, did you see when y'all, or like, okay, so basically she's gonna have the same problem Mark and Gloria have whenever they're in like a close encounters type of situation, because it's really hard to like track and aim with like a rifle when someone's just literally hugging, the fucking gun. So she's gonna have that as a discrepancy. I think that's her first standout weakness so far. But I mean, her gun still does pretty enormous damage. She's still able to like win that. I'm just glad they gave Judex. Like, the Judex buff was so weird, because like Judex's damage was never the problem, but whatever. I'm just glad they did something to Judex.
DAIMON's role, back row DPS. She brings the heat. Her main weapon is the wrath cannon. Scoping in and out with it takes time, so it's best.
Okay, so she gets into. Okay, let me just show y'all.
DAIMON's.
Okay, so this is like Osas range. Like when Osas uses second ability to hover, so she can do that for like a prolonged amount of time, and it seems to be within that range. But like, she uses a rifle, so that's pretty interesting actually, because unlike Osas where you have to, it's like a do or die situation. You're either getting the headshot or you might be fucked, or you're just getting a body shot and trying to like skirmish away. She can actually still engage for quite a long time while she's midair. So I don't know if it's hard to hit her though. That's, because like Kazama can be like quite of a problem when he's like in hover mode. So I wonder if it's gonna be as big of an issue to hit her.
Back row DPS. She brings the heat. Her main weapon is the wrath cannon.
Okay.
Scoping in and out with it takes time, so it's best to keep your distance from enemies. When you're
wait, oh shit. I just noticed something.
In and out with it takes time. So
Yeah, okay. So those earlier Judith shots were because she was really far away, so she had some damage fall off. This is her maximum damage potential with her gun. 2.5 for a headshot. Like headshot damage. With a rifle hero. So I'm not even sure how much she has like in her magazine. Like how many bullets she has in her fucking mag. But like that's already a kill right there. Cause that's 2.5 and another it's almost a kill, basically. It's almost a kill for like your Mogs, you know, your 5600 like HP health gauge heroes. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. And just 4 bullets. Just 4 fucking bullets.
to keep your distance from enemies. When you're scoped in, her movement speed will be decreased. Once scoped in, she can unleash
Okay, yeah, that is a nitpick. That's not cool. She basically suffers from like Gloria lag, is what the players call it. Like essentially, when you're scoping in, she slows down so she can steady her aim. But using this alongside her first ability might actually be like a workaround. Cause check this, you can fly. Okay, you can activate the hover thing, right? And you can scope in and shoot. And should you need to move or just basically run away or some shit like that, you can just like unscope or like just immediately stop using the first ability, and theoretically you should get your movement back. So it's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad.
Minus 5, dealing massive damage if you position her strategically. A single tap on the shoot button scopes in. To unscope, just click the cancel button. Holding down the shoot button.
Oh, so she can't fire with... Wait, can she fire without scoping?
To unscope, just click...
Wait, let's check that out real quick, because...
Continuous fire, dealing massive damage if you position...
Okay, no. So as soon as you press the fire button, I'm assuming she's going to be a manual fire hero. As soon as you press the fire button, she immediately scopes. So you don't actually have, like, a choice. Which is... I don't know how I feel about that, actually. I don't know how I feel about that. But actually, like, okay, so you're going to get more precise aiming, obviously, if you scoped in. But there are certain situations where, especially coupling it with her movement, like, speed, getting, like, a decrease when she's scoped in, that can be a little bit, that can be a problem, actually. I can see that being a problem amongst like, a lot of the flankers, actually. Like, Shell is going to be a nightmare. A little dashing and shit like that, that's going to be a fucking nightmare. I feel like Shell is gonna be a fucking nuisance though. Like if she does not have the jump ability, like if she's used the jump ability, and Shell is like right in your face, I don't see how you win that.
Her strategic.
Especially since she got the fucking what is this? The damage buff, 10% damage buff. Yeah, and I don't even know why they did that. Like Shell was good. Like if anything, just fix Shell's cooldowns. Everything else is good.
A single tap on the shoot button scopes in. To unscope, just click the cancel button. Holding down the shoot button will automatically unscope upon release. Damon's first active ability is Greedy Leap.
Oh, okay. So you need to constantly hold the shoot button even if you're not engaging, just to be in scope mode and be ready for pre-fire. Because as soon as you let go of it, okay. So it works similarly like Gloria, basically. Like when Gloria uses a rifle, yeah, okay. But I mean, like that's also like, look at it like this. Have you ever been in like those situations where you can hear like the enemy footsteps, but you can't really tell where they are, and you scope in with Gloria, and then all of a sudden your movement is really restricted, and since you scoped in, you can't really see like the whole map, or like your POV is like slightly reduced. So it's going to be a problem. Like let's say, since you're hearing the footsteps and you can't tell where they're coming from, if you're looking in one direction, they can easily flank you. Yeah, I don't like that. I really don't like that. But at least she's got the Greedy Leap, so yeah, let's actually hear more about that actually.
Pressing this ability shows your projected flight path. You can only leap forward at a fixed angle. Upon reaching your destination, you'll hover above it. You can exit this state anytime by pressing the ability again. If you overshoot and land directly, you won't enter hover mode.
Okay. Okay, so essentially it's like the Kazama Hover ability, which is like of a more acute angle, and you can position where you want to leap to. So this is really great actually. Okay, this is gonna be not a problem, but it's gonna be a real skill like issue ceiling thing, because you would preferably like to leap and still use like wall peeking and off peeking to catch your opponents like lacking basically, or off guard, because if you leap into direct fire you're gonna get fucked. So this is actually like you're gonna need to learn how to use this ability properly if you want to get like the maximum I would say efficiency with it, especially engaging into combat. Running away with it seems pretty easy, like you can just leap and you just like, you see how she didn't enter hover mode if you don't land directly to where like I guess you need to leap onto like a solid surface. So if that doesn't happen, you can just like run away. That it's good for that, but like if you want to use it offensively, I feel like you're gonna need to put in the practice hours.
While hovering, you'll gain extra damage reduction. Find suitable spots to launch your attacks from.
Wait, what? What happened?
While hovering, you'll gain extra damage reduction.
Oh, so you get damage. Okay, at least. Okay, so that's cool. You get damage reduction for hovering for some weird reason. I don't think she really needed that. But okay, so you get damage reduction when you use this ability. So even if thing is, I don't know the percentage, but I'm assuming they wouldn't do anything below 10. That would just be dumb. So it's either 10 or above. So that's pretty neat actually. Like, especially if you're looking at her like gun damage, it could work itself out. I just see you being like 1 HP in a lot of situations. Cause like, let's say you're going against another a Daemon or like a Gloria or like a Mark or a Hunter. This can be very, it can be very iffy.
Find suitable spots to launch your attacks from. Remember, the greedy leap isn't just for attacking. It's also great for quick relocation.
Oh, so you can chain this ability. Like, notice how she was already hovering here, and then she just hovered to another place.
For attacking. It's also great for quick.
Okay, so you don't have like, okay, that's cool. You don't actually have to touch the floor or like the ground before you use this ability again. You can just chain it, so you can stay mid-air or like airborne for quite a while. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. So you can like, how can I say this? In the same way that Christina has like map control with placing her bombs and shit like that, depending on the map, you can sort of do the same thing with her. Like, you can just keep bouncing left and right, making sure that no one sneaks up on you, and you can just always get the jump on them. That's pretty cool. I actually like that.
Relocation. Demon's second active ability is Lazy Bomb. Using this ability reveals your bomb's trajectory. Choose where you want to let it loose. Its explosion damages enemies within range and creates a powerful gravity field. Enemies affected are slowed down.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to get the cooldown on that ability. So it deals 1,400 damage. So it's like basically standard active ability damage in this game. I really like the fact that it negates flying. Or like, basically just negates any upward movements. You don't even need to just use it on the heroes that have like some sort of flying with jumping mechanic. That's pretty cool. It's gonna fuck Kazama the most, because both of his abilities are just used to like let's just nullifies both like Kazama's abilities, including his ult. Actually, I wonder if it works against his ult. Like, if you're charging his ult, like if Kazama's charging his ult and you use this, does it just bring him down and then he, like, what happens? I need to check that out actually as soon as she drops.
You can't jump and are continuously pulled towards the ground. This move is a solid counter for airborne enemies and quite effective against those who love to bounce around.
Yeah, my chat exactly. Like that Iris was just bouncing around and healing, and she just got fucked. She just got fucked. Like, you just pin. Okay, you're not pinned like to a certain, like, you're not pinned down or anything, but you can't jump, and I think it's 1.5 or 2 seconds of like being slowed down. So you just like, you're not going anywhere, pal. Like, just fuck you, basically.
This damage can be used to finish off enemies, and the wide area of effect leaves no place for them to hide. Damon's first ultimate
Man, poor JJ. I know this is just made for the, but like poor JJ, bro. Like, come on.
ability is Glutton Beam. Pressing the ability button releases a light beam from your current location. The beam shines forward and gradually widens. When the beam isn't wide enough, enemies can
Okay. So it's like, wait, let me check the damage now.
choose to go around or jump
Let
over.
me check the damage.
Widens. The light beam from your current location. The beam shines
Okay, so it's 2.8k damage for this weak ass alt. I don't like this alt. I don't like this alt. Okay, wait. I think you can use this alt to force your opponent to a certain direction, and then you can use your first ability to like scope in and like fire them, because you know you can sort of like you've basically forced them to go towards a certain direction. If you're using it with the second ability, actually it should pin them down and make it so they can't escape your alt, but the damage number is just not 2.8 for an alt is just not good. That's what Kazama used to do before they buffed his alt, like the first alt, like the rocket, like that spinning fucking shit. Like it used to do weak damage numbers, and you could like you would alt and still fire, and like they would still survive. Like imagine, even with like a body shot. Okay, maybe I'm being forward. Let me check it out.
forward and gradually widens. When the beam isn't wide enough, enemies can choose
Dude, this is like Scatty's alt, but it's fucking slow. And like it's not as wide. Like it widens so
go around or jump over it. The beam will cause enemies to scatter, so it's perfect when going up against teams.
Yeah, wait, was that a second one?
The beam will cause enemies to scatter, so it's perfect when going up against teams.
Okay, yeah, so like I said, you can force your enemies to go to a certain direction. This is not a good example. On this map, like Christina could have easily chosen to go left, I guess, and just go into this like this little you see like this hole that like enables you to go to lower ground. She could have easily gone the other direction, or she could have just gone straight down here as well. I can see this on like a boxy map, like Equal City. This would be a problem, Equal City actually, because like you forcing them to go to a certain direction and you can just beam them from far. It's pretty cool in that regard, but I still feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it doesn't have too much purpose, you know?
Paired with Lazy Field, it prevents enemies from jumping and makes hitting them easier.
Okay, yeah, so you can chain it with, okay, so the fact that you can chain it with your second like ability is cool, but bro, look at how much time that took. Like you first need to do your like you first need to
Scatter, so it's perfect when going up against teams.
Like, look at this
Paired
shit.
with Lazy Field, it prevents enemies from jumping and makes hitting.
That is way too long for the T3 arena timer, bro. Like, you're gonna get the audio cue for the alt, and like Kazama could have easily used like his jetpack to fly away here. And even if you do like paired with the lazy field, as they say, it doesn't necessarily guarantee that your alt is gonna hit. It's just it's very situational. Like it's very biased, bro. Like I don't see this actually working as frequently as like this video is making it seem to be. Like it's not gonna happen.
Easier. Damon's passive skill is Arrogant Shield.
Okay, now this is stupid. Now this is really stupid. Cause okay, check this. I already know everything about this passive. Like I pre-watched the video. This passive is fucking dumb. Let me show you why.
Easier. Damon's passive skill is Arrogant Shield.
Right there. Okay, cool. She gets around 2k like additional shield, right? And she already has a max is she 5.6? Let me check. Yeah, she already has a max like HP gauge of 5.6. So doing the math here, she's gonna have a 7,600 health. So basically, she can only get one tapped by Osas if she's using this Arrogant Shield, and let's say her health was full. And the problem is, it's not like an instant juice. Like, you know, it's just not like 2k like instantly. It gradually builds up. And coupled with Neon, bro, she's gonna have 9,000 fucking HP. So that's like, I think that's roughly like Ruby? Yeah, I think that's like Ruby Ruby health. So she's gonna have tank health, and she's fucking DPS, which is just crazy. I don't like that, especially with this hero, because 9,000 health, Osa sniper range. Like, what are you gonna do? Even if you even if you engage and possibly catch her lacking, as long as Neon is there, like, bro, what the fuck?
Arrogant Shield ensures Daimon stays standing, even in intense gunfights.
Yeah, look at that. She was getting healed by Neon in this clip. Look at that. She's getting healed by Neon in this clip. And even though it was literally like a 3v1 situation, she still came out on top because she's like, it builds up, bro. It's not like an instant juice. It builds up, and so does Neon's shield. So you kind of like negating the damage you're getting whilst damaging. It's not like that's so cracked. Like, that's so fucking broken. I don't understand why they gave her this. It didn't have to be 2k damage. I mean 2k like HP. It could have been like 1.4 or like a standard number like Neon. Yeah, that would have made it better, I guess. But the fact that you can't one tap her using this passive and being like using this passive alone, she doesn't even need you. You can't tap like Lacia ain't doing shit. Hualing's not doing like nothing, bro. Like, Osas just needs to hit it. And if Neon is there, Osas gonna hit that shit and think he got the kill, but like, nah. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I hope they patch this. You see how she de-scoped? Or like she wasn't using... What? Wait. Oh, wait, what? This is confusing. Yeah, I hope they fix this because her movement was like normal speed, but she's still in like the scope thing. She's still using her scope, which is supposed to lower your movement speed. But this could have just been a glitch, maybe in the video or some shit. I'm not sure, but I hope this is fixed before they announce her, or before she drops rather. So yeah, that was Daimon. If I were to off the top of my head just list her pros and cons. She has some pretty ridiculous damage. She's gonna have stank damage. I think she has quite possibly the best rifle gun. I think Hunter's burst headshot damage is still better than hers though, only because she has like a lower fire rate. But her gun is pretty good. I think she probably has the second best rifle gun in the game right now. Her first active is basically how you want to play her. I think you just need to nail down how to use her fucking first active. Basically gauge your surroundings and like fine tune it with your movements. That's gonna be the Daimon game plan. Using your first active and just learning how to scope in. The second active is pretty cool. I like the fact that it just stops a lot of like movements opportunities for whoever gets caught in it. Pairing it with your alt is it's good. It's gonna get some kills for Daimon and definitely your teammates as well. So that's pretty cool. Her alt is more of a mental thing than just like a physical attack. You're using it to get into your enemies' heads, which is like game IQ is something I can't speak for. Like you either have it or you don't, you know. And I'm not saying that like I'm cracked or anything. I can also see myself having a problem using this. But yeah, her nitpicks though, I have to say, her alt is not that great, and the fact that to use it so it's like ultimate efficiency, you kind of have to use another ability, like the cooldown. Like, bro, it just took too long to get that like chain reaction going. It didn't seem like beneficial whatsoever. Another thing is she's gonna get directly fucked by I feel like Osas. I think Osas is gonna be her counter, because Osas is gonna do the same thing. But Osas can snipe at any range, or like a further range, right? And she has damage fall off, whereas Osas's damage fall off is still like a kill. And he's got the smoke. She gets the shield when she's in hover, but like she gets the damage reduction when she's in hover. But I don't know if it's big enough to the point that she doesn't get killed by like a single Osas headshot. I don't think that's the best thing for her. I do think though that she's gonna counter pretty much most of the flankers, as long as she uses that lazy field ability, and it is pretty forgiving. It's pretty generous. Like I saw the width of that ability. It's pretty big. So I just wonder if it works whilst they are using the other abilities. Like let's say Shao is using her invincibility, and you use it. Does it just cancel it out, or do you have to wait for her to finish the animation and then she starts firing. Because like if she's still like I said, hugging you, kind of like face hugging you, you're still gonna have a problem. Yeah, I don't think she's broken. I think she's really good. Definitely A tier minimum, possibly S. I would have to actually play with her and see how she is in game. But yeah, so far this is a good hero. This is like a fusion of Gloria, a bit of Kazama, and a bit of Osas, I would say. Yeah, with the Judek slow mechanic as well. Yeah, so she is good, definitely good. I think this is a battle pass hero you should like invest in. Um, she's shaking up the rifle meta for real, for real. Like Mark, Gloria, and Hunter, I feel like they have someone they're not so comfortable going up against anymore. But Hunter has the homing missile, so even if she's in hover and and she chooses to like cancel it, it's still gonna track her. And unless I don't know, unless you can use like I'm assuming it charges or it has like a low cooldown. So unless you can like chain it frequently, maybe she's like really good. Cause like I said, like the Daemon game plan is the hover. Like you need to learn the hover. Cause like with the hover, you can start doing some nasty damage from really far away. Cause if you're gonna use her on ground, we might as well just pick Gloria, you know. But yeah, her damage is stank. Like her damage is crazy. Like this amount of damage for a body shot is crazy. For a rifle hero, at least in this game, is pretty crazy. So yeah, that's Daemon. Let's move on to uh Lacia or Lacia, however you pronounce it. All I know is it's like Gordo's latest headache because everyone's bitching about how she's an arcade hero. Okay, these ads are so sus. Like, what the fuck?
Her limits. Born in the West, she was drawn to the rigorous discipline of ninja training, pushing human limits to their extremes. The T3 Arena's challenge was irresistible.
Dude, this here. Look at that. Look at this. Just look at this chain of like. Just look at this shit.
Human limits to their extreme, pushing human limits
like that dash or whatever, and then
to their extremes.
Like, come on.
The T3 Arena's challenge was irresistible.
Like that's not cool. Like if you can just master that, like if you can just master her movement and her bow. Oops. If you can just master her movement and her bow, bro, like this hero's gonna be a problem.
The perfect stage for her to push her boundaries even further.
That was so far. Like, what the fuck? That was so far. That was like from pretty much the spawn points to like the is it like an elephant statue? Nah, there's a statue though in the middle of whatever this fucking map is called. So yeah, that's pretty far. Like that's pretty far. Like that's like how far Shell travels, but in the same amount of time it takes a little to dash.
Lacia is a DPS hero. In team skirmishes, she shines in dishing out critical strikes.
That's cool actually. Like you can change, like you can still move whilst you're using that ability. It's not just like a linear ability, you know? It's not like a later dash or like the yard dash. You just like dashing, but you can still sort of turn. Cause like look at what she does here. She's facing this direction and then dash.
In team skirmishes, she shines.
And then like, wow, that's so fucking far, bro. Like that's so fucking far away. Like she can really close down some gaps with this ability. But yeah, my point is like you see how now all of a sudden she's facing this direction. So that's pretty neat.
Dishing out critical strikes. The weapon of choice, the Kage Union. This crossbow has 3 charging states. Stage 1 fires 5 bolts. Stage 2 releases 3. And stage 3 shoots single bolts, each with...
Oh, okay. So basically her bow... Okay, so basically her bow works in like 3 stages. I would say the first one is like as good as... So the first one is like a shotgun, basically. And probably as good as Gloria's, which isn't anything to like really brag about. It's decent. The third one seems to be more focused, more like Victor's actually, because Victor's shotgun is the best shotgun in the game right now, and it deals a lot of damage too. Well, in the case of Lacia, I would assume. And we all know the final charge. It's like the Hualing. Basically, she gets like the Hualing bow, as well. So yeah, she basically has a 3-in-1 version within the same weapon.
When fully charged, it delivers a knockout blow to most heroes with a critical headshot.
Okay, so her critical headshot damage is basically Hua Ling before her most recent patch. So she's killing every DPS besides... No, she's killing every DPS actually. Obviously you can't one-shot any tank. But my chat is, with the Neon in this game, you just... she's not knocking out a lot of heroes if they have the Neon shield. She's not killing anyone actually if they have the Neon shield. Except for like Vincent, but like, come on. Vincent is just dead regardless to Neon shield or not. I don't think that's a bad thing, because she can do like the critical headshot damage similar to Hua Ling, and she also can like use that ability to like close down the gap and basically use like shotgun mode for her gun. And I would assume that has some pretty stank damage too, you know, like the 3-shot of the what is it, the 5-shot and the 3-shot, they should still deal like some considerable damage. So it's not necessarily a bad thing that she can't insta-tap a lot of the heroes that are paired with like a Neon comp.
Close quarters combat triggers auto fire of 5 light beam bolts without charging.
Yeah, you see, like it's not gonna be that big of a problem. That's actually really good. What is the shotgun damage, especially from that
close
range.
quarters combat auto.
Like that, this is not that close. Like this is not that close. Like Victor does more damage than 1120, but it's still like pretty much around the same margin. So especially from this distance, like that's pretty good. Like if you needed to like really get close and face hug them like Diggy, because Diggy's shotgun is just like kind of shit from this range. If we're being honest, it's doing below a K. So this is like I said, it's pretty decent. Like if you're gonna land your headshots, this is like you just phasing in and doing this. Or if for some reason you hit it pretty close and you just hit them with the shotgun, they definitely did, no matter the circumstance. So that's pretty cool.
Fire of 5 light beam bolts without charging. The key to victory.
Oh, okay, and she has... Oh, that's cool. So you can do like what is this? The full charge or any of her charges, and as soon as you engage in close quarters combat, she has 5 bullets. Let's just say bullets. She has 5 bullets before she needs to recharge. And looking at this panel, the damage numbers are actually way better, because if you start getting into some really favorable ranges, I would probably argue she can actually deal way more damage than this. If you start getting into proper shotgun range, I'm assuming she minimum at least 2K, like for a headshot. Minimum.
Balance close range scattered beams and long.
Yeah, you see that? That was 1680. That's pretty cool.
High powered.
You see? Exactly.
The key to victory.
Shotgun bow's gonna
balance close.
Yeah, oh wait.
5 light beam bolts without charging.
Let me show you something just so
Key to victory.
You see? She did like 2240 right there. So if you get really close, like I said, she would have to at least deal like 2K damage if you like at the perfect shotgun range in this game. You get some really high DPS. So the fact that she also has that is pretty cool.
Balance close range scattered beams and long range high powered shots.
Yeah, okay. The shotgun and bow combo is fucking nasty, but I'm glad that her gun, like, you still need some time to charge. You still need some time to charge that bow. Because if it was two-sided, and if it was like Hua Ling, it would have been a problem. It would have really been a problem.
Fully charged crossbow. Lacia's first active ability is Wind Evasion. On activation, Lacia turns invisible and whirls away rapidly. This will render enemies aim assist and auto fire.
Oh, so this is that ability. Okay, cool. Wait, what are they saying about aim assist and auto fire?
Visible and whirls away rapidly. This will render enemies aim assist and auto fire useless. After you...
Why does it do Why does it do that? Okay, I guess it's in the name Wind Evasion. The wind just like blows in their face and they all of a sudden can't use aim assist and auto fire. That's funny though. I mean, this should have just been like a movement take, nothing else. That's kind of weird. Like, that's just too strong. Why can't they use auto fire and aim assist when you use this ability? It's kind of weird. But okay, like I said, it's an Alita dash, or like a fusion of Alita and Shell. Like you can get shell range or shell distance in a latest cooldown. So that's pretty cool.
Wind evasion, her next shot charges faster. You can use wind evasion.
Oh, cool. So it works as a passive for charging your bow. That's pretty neat. That's essential. I feel like that's quintessential to a kit, because if you're gonna use this to attack, you really don't want to suffer from the long like loading time from charging to like full capacity. Yeah, I'm glad they thought about that. That's actually a very important detail actually for a toolkit.
Quick escapes or chasing low health enemies. However, it can't
I
change.
wonder if using both your wind evasions lowers, like, does it double into lowering like your charging time? Probably not, but yeah.
Direction mid-use, so be careful not to crash into walls.
Yeah, like I said, you can change. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, bro. Like that's really cool. That's really cool. But I like that you can only like charge forward and not upwards, or like you can't really do some 3D stuff. Like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like if you could do that and like start getting higher ground advantage, this would be really unfair.
Wind evasion also defies gravity, making it perfect for moving between high platforms.
Yeah, it's more of an elated dash, yeah.
Enemy and then refresh its cooldown for continuous use. Lacia's second
Wait, what?
gravity, making it perfect for moving between high platforms. KO an enemy and then refresh its cooldown for continuous use.
Oh yeah, so okay, so it sort of works like Yaw's dash, where like if you KO or if you knock out like an enemy, you get like a charge back. So that's cool, because that really keeps your momentum going. Like using these very fast-paced heroes, like if they have too much like of a high cooldown, because okay, fair enough, they have to be balanced, but if they have too much of a high cooldown, it kills your momentum so much that even though the hero is good on paper, using the hero in game just doesn't flow. Like there's no fluidity. But I like that she has it. Maybe in the case of Lace, it's a little bit too much. They could have just maybe given her like a 5-second cooldown, so that if you use that ability, you just need to really prioritize like charging and getting your kills, because after 5 seconds it'll come back. But I guess getting an instance, I guess having like a high window, like a high period for her to like reload this ability, and then like getting it after a KO is pretty cool actually.
Lacia's second active ability is Gale Shadow Kunai. Deploy it as an early warning trap in crucial passages. When an enemy passes by, they're marked and notified for Lacia and her teammates.
Oh, so Christina Bomb meets Hunter Bomb. Okay, that's neat. I like that it doesn't do I like that it doesn't do too much damage. I already like that. It's just to relay information. You can also use it to finish some kills too. Like if you, I can see, especially in this map actually, like let's say the Victor's left in critical damage and they try to go right and flank. If Lacia places one, it seems like she can place two. If she can place two just to guarantee that he's dead, should he try and move for the health pack, then yeah. Because around 800 damage to them, that's like 1600. So yeah, it's kind of like Hunter's bomb. Hunters can do way more like damage, but it kind of has like this weird like mitigation for some reason.
It also provides supplemental damage during team battles or when aiming gets tough. But beware.
Oh yeah, so it changes. It can go up to 920. That's cool.
Enemies will also see its range effect.
Oh, okay, so it's not as discreet as like Christina's. Like Christina's range of effects is very small. Like that's why it catches you off guard most of the time. But this one, look at that pulse, bro. It's like so fucking huge.
Ability is Secret Art. Lacia's ultimate ability is Secret Art Void Bolt. Activating this ability slows Lacia, but it does grant her some temporary armor protection. She reveals.
Okay. Okay. Now I know what you're thinking. This ult seems cracked, seems broken, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it isn't.
All enemy player locations by performing 3 large-scale scans every 2 seconds. After a brief delay, she launches her Void Bolt attack in the direction of her scope.
Okay, when executing this ult, they knew it would be broken, so they nerfed it down so much that I feel like this ult is crazy as a description, but how it works, it has so many restrictions. Like firstly, as an enemy, you get notified that okay, she's going into ult. You get like a little exclamation
It's through, but not critical headshots.
You see, you get this little thing here above your head. That's when you know that she's going into her ulting, like ability, basically. The thing is, she slows down so much, and she's charging her hit. Okay, which is okay. It's kind of a good and a bad thing because she can really focus on your movements and try hit your body. The problem is there's some heroes that can just like Victor, for example, can just dash and then you've wasted one of your bolts, or like Neon, Gloria, like Mark, they're just pretty fast naturally. So I just feel like this ult does not have many targets. Like it's probably good against like tanks, but why would you be using this ult against a tank? Because it's not even going to kill them in the first place. Like, you know, like it does no critical headshot damage either. Like, I don't know, man. This ult ain't all that. Let me just tell you that.
Remember to use this ultimate from a safe location due to the slowed movement speed and long charging time during action.
Yeah, like it charges, like the bows take longer to charge than when you just like using your weapon in like regular use. And like the fact that you can't actually really see where they are, like you just get like the eye icon, like the hunter icon type thing, but you can't really see where they are. There's a lot of ways to dodge this ult. Let me just say that it's good, but it's not cracked. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a bad ult. It's okay.
Close range use is generally unfavorable.
It does 42k damage, so that's cool. I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like 4200 damage is pretty good. I can't deny that. Like it should be able to. The thing is, I don't understand how it works because sometimes it's only 2800, and there's no like headshot favorability. So I don't really understand how it really works. But if all the charging stages of the bolts guarantee that it was 4200 damage, you can at least like say for certain that you're gonna kill literally anyone in the game. But for some reason, that's not how it seems.
While Lacia charges up her ultimate, a warning symbol appears above all enemies' heads and her crossbow displays a visible aiming line.
Yeah, okay, so the lone vanguard thing is basically gonna make sure that the tanks survive this ult. That's one thing I just noticed. Because it's only around like 11k damage in total. It's like yeah, it's around like 10k damage in total actually. So the tanks are gonna survive this ult if they like full HP. If they have a healer, then it's like nothing happened.
Serves as both a hint for shooting direction and as a respectful reminder for opponents. Lacia's passive ability is Reincarnation. By landing critical headshots, she generates energy to recover ammo for her Kage unit. Mastering critical hits with consistent accuracy while using wind evasion for movement.
Okay. Oh, okay. Her passive is actually pretty broken. Her passive is really good. It's not hard to land these headshots, and it reloads your gun. So you can kind of start doing like qualing things, like just having infinite ammo territory, because you can land the headshots. Like if you're playing her from like sniper range, you can just land your headshots. That's what you're supposed to do, and you're gonna be able to like 2-tap any hero with like 2 headshots anyways. So you don't even have to worry about your ammo gauge. But if you're playing her in mid to close quarters range, it's actually pretty nifty because you just need one headshot. Okay, you need a headshot, and then you can use your gun in like shotgun mode. And should you like be in like a 2v1 situation, all you really need is like 1 or 2 headshots to just keep going. Like you just keep going. It's kind of like how Victor has that like chaining effect with using his abilities, but like with her, you just have to land your headshots and then you can just keep going. So I really think that's good. Make sure her ammo gauge is like consistent. Like her fire rate is just gonna be consistent. You just need to land your headshots, and that doesn't seem too hard with her because like unlike Hualing, I feel like her headshots are easier to land. I mean, I feel like Hualing's headshots are easier to land than Lacia's. But you have more time to actually like shoot here, you know? Like her bow takes like much longer to charge up. So yeah, Lacia's gonna be fun.
Creates an endless cycle of power.
Dude, why my phone keep oh my fucking god. Her gun is her biggest strength, I would say. Like right now I'm just trying to like remember the video and go over her strengths and weaknesses. Her gun, I would say, is her biggest strength. Diggy headshots, Gloria headshots, Victor headshots, similar damage numbers, Hualing bow as well. Um, so yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like she has a shotgun and a sniper tool. Like she has a shotgun and a sniper basically in that little backpack of hers or whatever. Her first ability is really nuts. Like it gives her so much like movement potential. Like the fact that you can make a very long like a later dash. Let's just call them a later dash. You can make like a very long a later dash. Um, it's pretty cool because you can really close in the gap or you can escape fire. I'm pretty sure you can also cancel it mid animation, so you can just use this to just like freak people out, or just like stun people out, because they're gonna expect you to like go a certain distance, but you don't have to like fully close that distance, which is pretty cool. What else? That Gale Shadow Kunai or whatever, the second ability. I mean, it's always good to have like a hero that can relay information. That's why Hunter is just like if Hunter's on your team comp, even if he's not getting his kills, just you knowing where the enemies are is just a very important part of this game. So that's pretty cool. And it also does some damage as well. Nothing crazy, but you can use it to like finish off some heroes. That's pretty nice. Um, I do have to say though, the fact that you can see the beaming or like the pulsing radius from like literally miles away is maybe a good thing because they didn't. I can tell the devs didn't really want to make a hero that's like too cracked because it's always going to be the argument of like is the arcade pay to win, and she is an arcade hero. I feel like she isn't, to be fair, and I've seen like some Lacia like gameplay clips or like some leaks and shit like that. She's good. She's very good. Easily S tier, but I don't think she's like all of a sudden fucking up the meta. Let me just say that. And what else? What else? Her alt. What was her alt again? Yeah, her alt is Damon and Lacia's alts are not that cracked actually. I feel like in Lacia's argument, it's more. It was more needed. It was more instrumental. Damien could have used a stronger alt, but like in Lace's case, the fact that you can just snipe from like anywhere on the map and they can't do shit about it is pretty nuts. But like looking at the like if you're looking at the meta right now, most of these heroes have some sort of like movement ability or technique to just like escape fire, even if they're not movement oriented, Like Osos does not need like a sniper does not need to leap like fucking 10 feet into the air. But Osos has that. Same with Christina. Scatty can Scatty fly or just use her roll or whatever. Or even the web just to get out of like the first shot or what. Like there's just so many heroes that have so many ways to just like escape or like evade the alt, rather than just say that. So her alt doesn't seem that cracked. I like that. I like that they took that into consideration. Her charging is the fact that she also has to charge her bows for quite a while is they could maybe reduce the cooldowns on that actually. I felt like each bow or like each shot took like 1 second, and that's not bad. But I don't know. I don't really like that for her. I feel like it's a little bit too much. And that her movement speed is heavily nerfed is kind of crazy because basically you need to commit to this alt. If you're using this alt, you need to make sure you're in the perfect position where you can't get flanked or you can't get caught lacking. Because if that happens, I'm pretty much assuming that you're just gonna get raked. Um, what else? What else? What else do I want to describe about her weaknesses? What are her weaknesses? I don't really see, I don't really see any weakness here. Like the fact that using her first ability lowers the charging time for your bow, and that the fact that you getting the kill with your bow grants you another like charge for your first ability. That's nuts. That's crazy. I think that was the one standout. That was the one standout thing about her that was just like a little bit too much, I would say, because she does not need chain ability. Like she does not need to have momentum. Like most of these heroes are good, bro, but most of these heroes are like cracked because of like they potential once they get into a certain momentum. And this hero just has a lot going for her to also get like a momentum boost. I don't think she's locked behind execution. I don't think she's hard to use. Like I say, like if you're an all sauce or like a hauling main, this shouldn't be too hard for you. And if you play shotgun heroes, you just need to learn how to snipe with her. But like I said, her gun doesn't seem hard. It's pretty forgiving. You get like considerable amount of time to charge your shots and actually land them. So that's pretty cool. Man, I gotta find a weakness. She's gotta have a weakness. Her ult isn't a weakness. It's just not that strong. Like her ults can easily be very annoying, but it can also just whiff, you know. So I wouldn't say that's a weakness. But I do think she shakes up the sniper meta in this game very well actually. Osas one taps her. Hualing one taps her. She needs 2 shots for both. And if they're in sniping range. The cool thing about her though is that she can close distances really quickly. So if she gets the first shot and uses her first ability, her next shot is gonna have a quicker like window to fire because of how what I just explained works. And you could argue the same for Hua Ling, but Hua Ling's like jumping and going invis thing just takes too long. Even if you cancel it, like it's not as quick as this. So she is posing a problem for Osas and Hua Ling, definitely. That tripwire thing of hers is also gonna reveal like the invis heroes, so Johnny Jets and like Alita using her alts. Who else can go? Hualing. Like the invis heroes are not sneaking up on her. I just wonder if she can get hits whilst using her first ability. I think she can. Yeah, I think she can take damage. I don't think she's invincible. I think she's invisible. S tier hero for sure. Definitely not a slouch. Pay to win. I don't think she wins you games immediately. I think maybe let's give her a week or two for the pro scene to really figure out her game plan, I would say, or like her play style. And yeah, I think that's when you can discern that she's cracked or not. But so far, these are really 2 good new additions into the game. I'm really happy that they introduced both these heroes actually, and I'm actually glad one of them is arcade. But I do have to say, on behalf of the devs, I just feel like this game is very free to play. Like it's very generous. Having a hero of this caliber locked behind a paywall isn't a bad thing, because she's very good, but she's not automatically gonna win you games, which is very smart on T3's behalf. I have to commend them for that. And Daemon's pretty cool. She's definitely shaking up the meta. We haven't had a new DPS hero in a while now. Like, you had figured out everything about all those heroes at this point. So Daemon is definitely gonna shake things up there. I have to say I don't think she's S tier quite. You know, I don't think she's all the way up there. If I were to make a tier list, I'll definitely put her in A tier, minimum A tier, maybe high A tier, because she has the movement, she has the stank damage, and she can pin you down. On paper, this is very, very good. And her cooldowns are good. Her cooldowns are forgiving. Her ult is whatever. So yeah, she might just be S. But like I say, I think we need to give both these heroes some time to fully gel like within the game, you know, so we can fully discern how impactful they are. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that nice stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.